So now that we've walked through the script, how do you actually run it? There are two ways I know of. So one way to run it is to select everything in the script. So you can do that in Shortcut by just clicking anywhere within the script window and clicking in Mac Command A will select all. In Windows it's Control A. And then to run the script in Mac it's Command Enter. You can see it just took everything here and threw it into the console and gave you your outputs. And then somewhere around here there's also a window of histograms. There they are. This is the way I prefer to run a script. The main reason is because the output you get when you do this includes your comments. But the great thing is that it shows you not only all the comments you put in, so it shows you the comments, and then it actually also shows you all the commands you used as well, even if they didn't give you an output. So it showed you the library, psych, etc. And then if you did get an output, so here class ratings, you get the output right under the function. So it's really easy to see that this data frame is in response to class ratings. And these four names are in response to names ratings. So it's a really great way to see cause and effect in your data. You might wonder then, well then what do I do with this? I won't lie, I usually just copy and paste my outputs. So I just did a Command C, and I just go to a new text window. I usually don't use TextEdit, but just for illustrative purposes. And then I just paste it in. And now I can just save this as a text file, maybe name it whatever the name of the script is, stats.1.ex.01. I would then probably just do .output.txt, so I know that this is the output associated with this. What if you really don't want to do it that way? So remember, list.files lets you see what's in your working directory. So this sample script we're working with is in our working directory. We can call it by using the function source. So source just wants the name of a file, so within quotes you just type in the name of the file exactly as it's in the working directory. So you can see I did it exactly right. This has to be a .r file. If you're trying to run anything but .r, it's not going to work. But then I can hit enter, and you might wonder what happened. It didn't look like it did anything. So if you want to use the source command and actually get output, someone on the forums pointed this out to me, this is really handy, you have to add this optional argument called echo. So by default, echo is set to false. What echo does is it just repeats everything that the script tells to R. You can see here though that I've set it to true, and if you hit enter now, there's the histograms. Those worked before though. Let's go back into the console. You can see that it echoed back everything you put in it, including the comments. So it works pretty much the same way as the command enter method, besides the fact that the problem with source that the command enter method solves is that you have to run the whole thing if you use source. With the command enter you can be choosy and debug certain things if you want to. This completely changes any opinion I had of source until yesterday. So I'm now in favor of either. Pick whichever one you want. So if you want to call your script from the command line and you want your output, just make sure you use echo equals true, and then you won't have to do anything extra like tell it to print specific things. It'll tell you everything that the command enter method does. Otherwise, feel free to do what we did, select everything in your script window, hit command enter, and it'll run.